It cannot be acceptable in this country that we as a public, we as a country, we're asking for a safer country. And some of us deliberately, knowingly, encourage some individuals because they bring home $2 or $3. This government has done too much to provide alternatives to crime.
St. Lucia is facing a worrying surge in violent crime, with 6 homicides reported in just the past week, including the September 19th killing of an individual in Bexar, coming a day after 4 others were found dead in Vieux-Fort. The spike has sparked public concern and questions about whether criminals are being aided by support networks that allow them to evade justice. In response, the Office of the Prime Minister held an emergency press briefing where Minister for Crime Prevention, Honorable Jeremiah Norbert, drawing on his experience as a former police officer, warned that those who assist criminals will also face prosecution.
And these individuals who engage in criminal activities, they have brothers, they have sisters, they have mothers, aunties and uncles, children, who are very aware, very, very aware, and I speak from the standpoint of a former policeman who dealt with intelligence, who are aware of the activities, and some of them actually benefit from the proceeds of crime. And for that reason, they believe it is okay to harbor and to safeguard these individuals when they come into their premises. I want to tell them that we've asked the police not to just engage in any sort of shallow investigation, but to dig down deep, and anybody who is found to be guilty or who is found to be involved in aiding and abetting, anybody who is found to be involved in harboring, they too will be brought to face the full brunt of the law.
Highlighting the role of those who support criminals, the Minister for Crime Prevention affirmed that law enforcement will pursue anyone who aids or abets criminal activity.
Just those, because if we create a society where your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, when you come home with a firearm and they see you put it up in the ceiling, they report it, individuals now have to find an alternative. But because it's been encouraged by some individuals, and as I said, because they may be beneficiaries of the proceeds of crime, we have a situation where we allow this thing to continue to permeate, and we cannot allow it to continue. And that is why we are going to deal with all the actors, not just the shooters, but the harborers, and all the actors going to be dealt with equally.
Norbert noted that discussions with law enforcement confirmed their determination to address crime, making it clear that those involved in gun violence will face justice.
We live in a society, very small society, and we have a few individuals who have become very brazen, who have become show very little concern about life, and they go about and they believe that this country belongs to them. And I want to say to them that this government will stop at absolutely nothing to ensure that this thing comes to a halt.
Norbert urged citizens to play their part while police intensify their fight against criminal activity.
You are going to see an intensified effort on the part of the police. But we want to encourage you to work with the police. Do not stand in the way of the police when they come to do their work. I know that the police have a responsibility to behave in a way that is professional, and we want to encourage them to do that, to conduct themselves in a way. We're not asking them to go and ransack individuals, but at the same time, they have a job to do, and if we want to see a safer society, all of us have a role to play.
For Choice News Now, I am Dyrud Lionel.